I've had the kit in my car for roughly about 6 to 7 months, and honestly, overall, it's been actually a pretty good kit. One of the biggest reasons why I initially got the kit was because of like traction issues in the winter, because here where I live, it does tend to snow quite a lot, and especially with the open diff and the E46, anytime it snowed more than like 3 to 4 inches and I was like stuck at a standstill, it was so hard to get the car moving. Because I'd say like 95% of the time, if you ever came to a standstill and you tried to start moving the car, all that would happen is that you'd end up burning out one wheel and the other wheel ends up just doing nothing because it's an open diff in the rear end. And then you end up just being stuck there and then people are honking behind you. I know another reason why a lot of people get these kits is because they want to go drifting and they want to do burnouts and they really want an LSD differential without spending like $2,000 to $3,000 for a whole conversion set. So with all that being said, let's go for a drive and let me tell you guys my 6-month in review. Classic E46 Chong. So initially driving the car, it honestly feels like exactly like a stock E46 would. Like you wouldn't be able to tell that this has like some sort of modification done to the differential. Like just driving down the road, you don't get any whine. There's no like weird like clunking noises or anything like that. The car seems fairly normal. You don't get any ABS lights on or anything like that either, which is something I was kind of concerned about. Overall, like it just seems pretty good, honestly. It drives like a stock car, which is always good news. And then the first few times when I started pushing the car a little bit, I kind of noticed that the traction control light would come on a bit earlier than it usually would, which I'm assuming makes sense because the rear end's probably trying to break loose a bit faster than it usually does since both wheels are locking up. Mid-corner, if you hit the gas, you do definitely feel it trying to kick out much more than it usually would. Like I could definitely say the kit is doing its job pretty good. It's definitely not like as 100% consistent as like a new LSD and like an M4 and like an M2 or something like that was built from the ground up with an LSD. Definitely doesn't feel like one of those, but this definitely does lock up more than the stock diff does. So if you're looking for like a cheap upgrade to get more grip, this is definitely a good way to go. Like overall, the kit so far has been doing exactly what I like planned it to do, which is just lock up the rear end a bit better, get more grip. Bro, this guy in Nissan's wilding, bro. He just overtook me. So the age-old question, does the differential do what it's advertised that it does? Yes, it does. It actually does it pretty well. Like I'm not going to lie, it does a bit better than I thought it would. Like the wheels do lock up exactly when I wanted to. It's still not as consistent as like driving like an M2 with a proper differential or something along the lines of that, but it still is way more consistent than what the open differential is in the car. The car sounds so good. Question that I know you guys are dying for me to answer is that how reliable is this kit actually? So this is why I wanted to spend like a few months with the car just to see how it is, just to push the limits of the kit a little bit, and overall it still has held up. For the past 6 months I've owned it, I've probably put around like 6,000 kilometers on the car since then, and it's been like really good. So far it's held up. Like I haven't gotten any weird noises or clunks or anything out of the ordinary with the car whatsoever. I have gotten a few messages from Instagram from some of you guys who personally bought this kit, and a lot of you guys are telling me that under stress the kit does not last. For daily driving, it's a really good kit to own if you just want to pop out the rear end here and there, or if you just need a bit more extra grip in the winter time. But if you're going to be taking the car to the track and putting some like hard abusive kilometers on that rear differential, it comes a bit of a question of whether it'll actually last or not. For daily driving, I have no doubt that it should last you. Like I've been driving the car for the past 6 months, and I'm definitely not like a normal driver. I do drive a bit more spiritedly, and it has lasted me the past 6 months. So far it's been really good. It's just taking it to the track and using it like as an actual proper differential. I'm not too sure if it would last in those sort of conditions. But for daily driving, you need something with a bit more grip, just to eliminate hate that open diff nonsense in the rear end in the winter. Like it's definitely worth it for that, because it has solved my issues. So it's definitely a big thumbs up. Just in terms of driving the car and abusing it for long hours, for repetitive days, that's when I started to start questioning this kit in the car. Overall, it's an amazing kit, and honestly, for the money, can't go wrong. Definitely can't go wrong. I got this kit for like 200 bucks, and it did exactly what I needed it to. The install was fairly straightforward. You guys have my video to watch and the Racediffs video to watch as well if you guys need any sort of installation instructions. If you guys have any questions, just hit me up on Instagram. I'll definitely be happy to answer all your questions. But overall, thumbs up. Honestly, I think it's a pretty good kit. Definitely worth the money. Definitely. The car definitely does feel like way faster off the line. Maybe like slightly more torquey, I would say, because it gives you like a better kick. This car sounds so good, man. I love how this car sounds. Like overall, this kit definitely does exactly what you want it to. Honestly, I wouldn't suggest taking it to the track and abusing it daily, because I do think it might blow, like if you do that. But like for a daily driver, it's like, considering how much money the kit actually costs and how much satisfaction you get out of it, I do think it's well worth the money, honestly. I just don't suggest taking it to the track and actually abusing it on a daily basis. But like if you need it for a daily driver and you just want to have fun here and there, I feel like it's definitely worth it. Popped out there, but my camera fell. Definitely does the job. Like honestly, like I wouldn't say hesitate to buy it. If you need it for a daily driver, it's definitely a good kit. For track use, not too sure. I'll just leave that in the air for now. But so far it's lasted me, it's been good, and honestly overall, thumbs up. If you guys have any questions or comments, just leave them down below and I'll be more than happy to answer. And if you guys want to see more of the car, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I'll leave it on the page right here somewhere. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Now I stay away, I don't hear you say your story.